Hey, my name is Ian. I wanted to do a review of grappling throwing dummies and submission dummies. My opinion on them is they're a valuable tool. I started learning about grappling dummies when I was doing Bujinkan. I'm still doing it, by the way, and I was going for my 4th Q grading. The primary motivation for buying the red one over there, which is a throwing smash up type dummy, ground and pound and throw it around, all that kind of stuff, is because I had so much trouble finding training partners to drill with and keep practicing on over and over again. This dummy I can drill as often as I want. I can practice all the different throws that I want. So that's a major reason why drilling dummies is really handy, because you've got that ability to do that. Like any other form of training equipment, if you don't use it, you're wasting your money. It's the same with a punching bag. When I started Taekwondo, and you had to practice your strikes and da-da-da, and all of that, obviously a punching bag is invaluable. No one questions the value of a punching bag, right? But people get all iffy about the value of throwing and grappling submission dummies. It makes no sense. If you're a serious martial artist and you want to improve that area, obviously human beings are the best way to do it if you can. But it's also good just to be able to drill on something like a dummy anytime you want. They do not ask for their turn. They can be thrown as often, as hard as you want with those ones. You can submit that thing as hard as you want. Right? You can snap its blooming arms off nearly. You can't, or choke heavy. You can't do that on a human being, obviously. Now, a human being is going to react a little different to a dummy, absolutely. Same with a boxing bag. Punching bag, kick bag, does not react the same as a human being. It doesn't feel the same when you hit them either. But they're invaluable. They teach you how to improve your combinations. They improve technique. You're not going to buy a punching bag that's inappropriate for your size. And you shouldn't buy any equipment like that that's inappropriate for your size and experience. Especially with throwing dummies, because they can be quite heavy. That one alone, even though it's only 5'8", is about 30 kilograms. Whereas submission dummies are designed more for just drilling on the ground, so they're not as heavy. They're not for throwing. They're for grounding, doing flow techniques. They're not for throwing around. You can get dummies that are hybrid of the both, but the limbs don't feel the same way. They don't lock in like that one can. I'll show you what I mean. Like this one over here, the arms don't lock the same. He's going to fall over, by the way. Doesn't lock the same. This one, on the other hand, you can lock him up, right? Hard as I want. And as you can see, his limbs came back, boom. As far as throwing dummies and that are concerned, all I did with that one, all I did with that one was got an empty one, and filled it up with bags from the charity shop, because it was appropriate. And it was the right kind of size. I could add whatever weight I wanted it to be. If you want it to be heavy, you can add sand. That one you can add weights to, but they're generally, if you're injured, things like that are really handy, because you can't go to training and spar and roll around with people when you're injured. But you can with that thing. You can go easy on it and have it light and everything. Anyway, as long as you're dedicated, these sorts of equipment are a great asset to any martial artist, and you should really consider getting one. If you're doing jiu-jitsu, wait until you know that it is a long-term goal, or you really are going to spend a lot of money for very little return. Don't buy something like this if you're not committed. So anyway, I believe they're of value. I hope you consider adding that to your training. Thank you very much.